where he basically did all his business for many, many years, was up in Pennsylvania. So,
Okay.
yeah, good guy. You're gonna like him. Yeah, we got. I could line up some really good people for a few weeks, anyways. But I want to put together that real estate investor panel. So you're going to be on it.
Perfect.
I want to try and get a few other guys, and probably have like 4 or 5 guys, and everybody just starts asking questions. We're limited to like 3 minutes or something like that, or 5 minutes, so we can get everybody in. And we'll do that on Monday nights, and Monday nights will be public. So, and he can record it, do whatever he wants. I record it, but for a club. So we're not out. I want to build up the membership for this thing. So,
I get you.
yeah.
Perfect. Hey,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Hey, is this Jemaya?
Here he is.
Hey,
Hi, nice to meet you.
likewise, brother. Likewise. So what are you like? How's your business right now, Steve? Like, what are you doing right now? Like, what's your main focus?
Pushing towards these foreclosures, these abandoned foreclosures here, but it's extremely difficult because the courts are all shut down, and these people know they got a free ride. So and I'll be honest with you, we just sold my own personal house. So
Yeah, I
my
heard
wife,
last time.
yeah, my wife isn't in the best of health, so I got to start boxing this house up and getting ready to move. So it's all good. It's all good. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to take off this weekend and start doing that. But that's what I got to spend probably the next at least 2-3 weeks doing. So I'll be on the calls now and then, but that's what I got to concentrate on. I got to get this move done. So, and 25 years of shit inside of a house with a pack.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
that's gonna be a nightmare. Just
yeah.
I want to give you a little heads up.
So what are you driving today?
My truck, mother truck.
What is it?
A Porsche Canyon.
Oh, okay. I spent 40 years in the car business.
Really?
Yeah, man. Cars are me. This real estate's slow. Real estate, you can watch the grass grow. This is too slow for me. I had 14 stores open, and all I did was my own seller financing. That was fun, man. Those were the great old days. I love that. I made an obscene amount of money in that business. Yeah, man, that was fun. Yeah. What's your other truck? What's your other truck? What else you drive?
The BMW.
Yeah.
The X5.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyways.
Cars myself a little bit. It's a side business.
Yeah, I love cars. But it's been crazy. Remember that VA that I had her for 2 months, and I'm gonna reconsider the third one. That I spoke about, that she was doing my cold calls, right?
Right.
Well, I found out through Michael that she, again, I don't know what the situation is, but she didn't perform on $1,600 worth of services recently.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. Again, I was like, I paid her close to 2,000. Like, yeah, like 2,000, and she did pretty good jobs with me. So I don't know what's going on with that. And this just happened last week.
I had a VA that I hired through this company, IVAS, about 2-3 years ago, and you had to pay about, I don't know, round numbers, maybe it was $1,000 to train this girl and everything. And as it turns out, IVAS, it sounded like it was unraveling at the same time I was bringing this person in, and they weren't paying her. So I wound up bringing her on board, and I kept her for about a year or so. But after a while, where she was in the Philippines, it was difficult with the internet. Her system was seemed to be erratically always down. I couldn't get the communications factor going with the phones and all that. So I wound up letting her go. But this other company that's around, I don't know what the guy is, but I think they're a spinoff of that company.
Okay.
There's another guy out there. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing about the guy, so the company, but whatever. Hey, Mark.
What's up?
There you are.
Fuck, I got so much shit to do today. I can't even fucking.
Put it on paper. That's the fastest way to get it done. Just put it on paper and then chop it down one by one.
Yeah. No, I actually did. I've been using Trello, and I tell you, man, it's really making a big difference. I've got with Justin had talked about, what is closest to the money. And so I do a list every day of everything that I need to do that's closest to me getting a check. So it's working out pretty good.
I gotta try this.
That is
Trello.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. So I've been using all these other crazy ass systems, and it's so simple, and I want to try to simplify my life as much as possible, and just not have a bunch of shit in a bunch of different areas, and have it so that I can, see it and get it, and it alerts me when I need to do what I need to do. So, pretty stoked. Jemiah's got a pretty sweet little setup too, man. We've been talking the other day about his deal, so we're gonna try to put something together where we can get on and show his thing too, because he's smart.
Who's this, Mark? You were saying?
Jemiah, right here, Jemiah Griggs. He's on the call right now. So
I definitely I can definitely need some help with the organization and structure. Because again, I'm probably just a 2-person team, 3 persons with a VA for cold calls, and again, sometimes I know I gotta be able to scale to the level. I wanna increase my business by 25% this year, so I need to make sure that I get the right people there.
ClickUp is pretty cool. I like ClickUp because of the integrations and it also has all the different types of organizational systems built into it. It's called the Getting Things Done system is built into ClickUp, and you can organize all.
Definitely, Mark, put him in and let him explain exactly the easiest way to set it up. Like I try to have the ease of getting from point A to point B. I don't want you to tell me, just the easiest way, even if it's just the entry level system setup, just to make sure that I can start the ball rolling. And little by little, I can start grabbing more. Because sometimes I look at this program, like they're so complex that it just deters me from even getting into it. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I already know I need something super easy that I can get in there. It's like investing. Right now, I don't know if anybody has Cash App. The Cash App on the phone.
Yeah, I got that.
Well, what Cash App does now, it allows you to invest in stock. Easy. Boom, click. I'm a stock investor. Now, that ease to entry, that's the fastest way that you can get somebody to buy into your program, is that ease. Something to make it so simple that allows me to learn 80% of what I need to know and then get into it. That's why Cash App does that. Again, I made $1,000 on AMC stock because I just transferred $1,000 to AMC when it was at 5 and I sold it at 9. I didn't even know. Oh shit, my stock went up. Sell it. I was an investor. But you see how easy it was?
Yeah.
I didn't have to get like a TD trade. I didn't have to get anything. I just had to do click here, transfer, buy, put my passcode, perfect. I'm a stock investor. And then I just saw, AMC went up, boom, sell. Boom. In less than 5 minutes, I bought stock. In less than 5 minutes, I made money. So you see, if you can create a system like that for systematizing something so simple, it'll help anybody like me that my brain's all scattered. Just make it as simple as possible to put things in line, and then down the road you can definitely start making it more complex. But yeah, I'm looking forward to if you can drop that as far as how you run your structure and your system and your business, man. I'm game. I wanna make sure that I structure my business better because it's growing right now. This quarter, I'm already gonna hit almost 3 times as much money as the last year's quarter. But I know that I'm missing deals because I got really hot leads, but I don't have somebody that I can. And now this happened with the VA. I don't know if you guys heard the first 10 minutes I was talking to Steve. Again, now I gotta get another VA to do this hot leads that I'm getting. So I gotta make sure that I had the right person to do this lead, because I don't want to go back to do the phone calls. Again, I will if I have to. But again, I gotta make sure that I have the right structure so that I don't miss the deals that I don't have to miss. And on Monday, Steve has that guy that I talked about, that he talked about the options on Monday. So I'm definitely gonna be there, because again, if I can just get, hey, yeah, how much you want? Perfect. Sign here. Let me try to get you a buyer. Boom.
His whole mantra is no lead winds up in the garbage pail. Write every deal. Write every single deal. So you become a volume business, you know. So.
Oh, and the other one, Steve, is the one that you said that you didn't get paid on the HUD.
That's secret sauce. I think he's gonna.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
if
secret sauce to this guy.
Some money, I'm willing to, again, because
there's no. I don't think there's anybody in the country that does what this guy's doing with that. That alone is worth the cost to get into this guy's deal. But I'm gonna see. I have to talk to him this afternoon. I'm gonna see how far he's gonna delve into his program. So
yeah,
it was all, and I caught him at the last minute. I mean, we only talked about this Monday night. So when I called him the other day, I go, "You got time?" He goes, "When?" It says Monday. He goes, "Oh shit." He's got his thing on 8 o'clock Eastern time, and he says he usually runs to a little bit after 9. We're gonna start at 9, so we'll probably be a few minutes after it, but that's okay. It's all right. He's going to bring a lot to the table. I got another guy I want to bring in that's going to do, we talked about this just a minute ago, it was about doing private funding, private financing, where you're going to go out and get private lenders and turn friends, family, acquaintances, whatever, into banks. And I could teach the course. I ain't bragging, but I'd rather somebody else do it, to be honest with you. So I've been raising capital for years. So try not to go to the banks. You know, Monday night should be good.
Hey, I'm gonna try to put that Jack Miller course that I have that I was telling you about, that options thing, which is I mean, I'm just going through the freaking outline of it. It's like crazy, like what this guy's doing. I'm gonna see if I can get it all downloaded onto PDF so I can give it to everybody.
What Miller did was far more advanced than what John Ionati is going to show you. He's going to show you a simple system to, you know, and then it's just re-engineering a deal, right? What you're talking about was full blown options.
Yeah.
And the ways to twist and turn and creative. I mean, those guys, man, they knew what they were doing, and it was like a whole science all to its own.
Yeah.
You know?
I was really lucky because I had my real estate group out here in California. This guy, Mike Marandriello, ran it, and he was connected to Jack Miller and John Schwab and Peter Fortunato. They were all like a group because he was originally from Florida. So we had those guys in like 1 or 2 times a year, you know, and I've been to a couple of those like one-day courses that they did. Man, there's some good shit there for sure.
I can't imagine. There were 2 guys. What's his name? Fortunato was one, and there was somebody else there. And people from the hall we were in, it was a big hall, were tossing deals to them. So what would you do with this? You can't do this. You can't do that. And Fortunato sit back, scratch his head. He goes, "Oh, I can show you half a dozen different ways to make this thing happen." It was just amazing, amazing. You know. So yeah, I want to do our best to bring that stuff to the table.
Talking about deals, guys. I don't know in your area, do you guys see a lot of wood homes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, in my area, nobody touches those wood homes. I always get called, "Hey, I just want to sell my house, just a house." I made this last quarter. Well, I'm already up to like almost like 12,000 in just those little fees for wood homes. And most people here in the valley, in my area, they don't like wood homes because again, they can build a brand new house. So when people call me because they buy a lot that has a wood house and they want to get rid of the house, they're asking crazy numbers. Oh, 16,000, 10,000. And then when I talk to them, I'm saying, you know, it's going to cost me to move it. You know, this. I literally, guys, I get these houses for free. So I have other people that want houses. They're willing to pay, because usually a wood house in my area, brand new, is probably around $20,000 to get moved to your lot, right? So I know I can sell those houses for like 3,000 to 4,000. And that's the power of being able to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he locked up.
Is he talking about stick-built houses? Is that what he's saying? Do you
Yeah,
think?
he's talking about moving stick-built houses.
Okay.
Up here in New York, I mean, you got a stick-built house, it'll break in half with the termites. So I don't know how we're gonna do that.
What he's talking about is just actual just wood houses, like wood framed houses. I'm actually from the Valley in that area. I was born and raised there, so that's what he's talking about. Like there, they from what it sounds like what he was saying, that they don't just want any of that. They want to get rid of it, and they prefer like brick homes. A lot of what's there is like a very blue collar area, so they prefer like, I don't say they prefer, but it's more common to sell like the cookie cutter brick homes, and contractors will, build a bunch of those. They'll buy subdivision lots and start building the cookie cutters and stacking them in there, and those sell pretty quick out there.
You say brick homes, you mean like cement block type of houses?
Yeah. Well, no, just like regular brick. Yeah, just regular brick.
They're still stick built though, right?
I don't. Yeah. Still stick built, but they're not like. Yeah, but not like just wood framed houses. I guess more of a brick appearance.
So is it like the outer thing on the house is block or brick, and then they just do the regular framing on the inside? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Something like that? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and it's probably better for down there because they probably have bugs and hurricanes and tornadoes and freezes and everything in Texas, right?
Well, not where we're at. We're in the Valley. It's just hot as hell half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the coldest it actually gets there is like 70. Well, except 2 weeks ago, that was just all over the state, which is ridiculous. But but yeah, normally it's just hot weather and mosquitoes out there.
It's mosquitoes and no-see-ums, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm back, guys. Sorry, my signal faded.
No worries.
So yeah, like Nick was saying, in the Valley, people rather buy new. So I was letting go of those deals because I didn't have a buyer. Like, well, investors don't want them, but I knew I get tons of calls with those people. So I literally had to go retail to a buyer that wants to buy it for themselves. A lot of people here in the Valley are in the trade of constructions, etc. So again, I've been banking on those deals. I found a couple of buyers, and actually I found a couple of investors that can cash me out right away. Instead of selling it for 4, I sell it to them for 3. They'll sell it for 4 to another retail buyer. So that's been one thing that I've been doing. Again, that's been working a lot for me. Mobile homes. It's just talking to the seller the right way. Let her know, you know what, this is the cost it's gonna take for somebody to move this house from your lot. And sure, you can pay your cousin $1,000, but what happens if there's an accident? You have to be able to understand that there's you got to pay for protection, for the bond, et cetera, et cetera. So again, if you in your area, if you have those wood houses, again, it goes by market. In my area, there's a lot of houses where new houses are being built, so they want to buy the lot and they want to remove the house from there. So that's what I've been doing in my area. So again, this quarter is going to be a good quarter for that specific niche. As far as the other niche calls, again, I had that issue with that VA that came up with a VA that I have. So I'm gonna make a decision either to go on that example that she was able not to perform on those $1,600, continue her, or maybe hire somebody more specialized, more reputable to do the calls that I had to get done. Because I do definitely need a VA to do the calls.
How many hours a day did you have that VA making phone calls?
20 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day.
4 hours a day. You think you burnt her out?
Yeah,
You don't even know.
I so far I've done 2 or 3 deals from her calling.
Yeah.
For calling with my leads, and it's just a matter of just touching them.
Yeah.
So that's why I need somebody. Again, there's this VA service that I know from online. It's more expensive. It's probably like twice as expensive as the one that I was paying her right now. But again, if I'm gonna have this lead set that I want her to work, it might be worth her spending a little bit more on the VA, more reputable VA, so I can get just the calls that I need to do. Again, because I don't want to do right now. I don't want to be in the lead generation business. I want to be in the closing business. My time should be invested in the closing business, getting on the call and closing the deal. So that's what because right now I'm kind of in between doing the closing business and doing the generation, because my VA that I have that does my clerical work, she's still kind of I just give her do this and show her a video and she does it for me. But I want to start slowly giving her more responsibilities, but I definitely need a cold caller that's gonna call the leads, and then just hey, you know what, call this lead.
This one that you have, it's doing really well. She does cold calling, a lot of cold calling.
Yeah, she's the one that I hired, but unfortunately, like I was telling you earlier, that's the one that Michael said that, and yeah, that up for $1,600.
Yeah.
So you're like in between. Again, this both are investors. I've had a good what's it called? I have a good experience with her. This new investor has a bad experience with her recently. She did close her old Facebook and open the new Facebook, so it's kind of that's a red flag for me. And then this guy, that was a red flag at first, and then this guy says that he got ripped off. So like, oh, that's another red flag. So maybe I might have to pay a little bit more for another VA, because again, I don't want to train a VA to do cold calls. It's just too time consuming, and I know I can probably pay a little bit more, and I have a higher return.
Who are you using right now?
That lady, what's it called?
Okay.
Landmark.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Hey Arturo, what do you how do you go about your like dispo stuff? Like, do you have somebody that takes care of that for you, or do you do that part too?
Right now, locally, it's on me. I do phone calls. I don't even email. When I read the thing about it that I tell you guys is like, you gotta know your market and you gotta know what areas investors buy in and what type of investor. Literally, when I get a call, I get a deal, I already know who to call. I already know his buy box, and I know, like, this surprises me that my investors that I know, my flippers, once I call them, I send them a shoot video. I would tell them, okay, you need to do this. They don't even walk through the house.
Yeah, I got one of those up here too. One guy that's like that for sure.
Yeah, and again, those are the true investors. Once you build that relationship, they make money off of your deals. They don't have to walk the house. You know what? Hey, yeah, you need this. This more is the average IRB. Perfect. Okay, send me an assignment right away like this. And I noticed that the new investors, they want to see this and they want to see that and they want to see that and they want to see this. By the time you know it, it's already 3 months into it, and they still haven't made a decision. And like I was telling somebody, real estate is not for everybody. Again, real estate is not like being a teacher. They have to have a curriculum and this. Real estate is a little bit more risky. Buy a house, you see more or less, but you got to make a decision fast. You can't be sitting on the decision because people will buy it. Because I have another friend that wants to be into real estate, and he lost so many deals because he just over analyzes everything. And I tell him, are you sure you want to be an investor to flip houses? Because you got to let go of something. You can't be trying to overanalyze everything. The deals are gonna go by. So again, that's the difference between an investor that you know that he already makes money off of your deals. One call, tell him the address, perfect. Send me the assignment. And sometimes even better, before, again, this is where you build a trust with your investors. Before I even what's it called, negotiate with the seller. Let's say the seller calls me, et cetera, et cetera. I call my investor, hey, this house and this, more or less, what can be a buy box if it needs a full rehab? Oh, 180. Okay, perfect. Now I know that I can sell it to him for 80 to 89. Now I got to get it at 70 to maybe 65. I literally tell him, what can you buy in this area for? And he tells me, and then I just do that. I reverse engineer the deal.
Famous old saying, you can't steal in slow motion.
Yep. So yeah, again, don't again in my area, those wood houses, nobody touches them. But again, I'm making 2K, 3K on those small little deals. Again, they add up, and they add up quick. Because again, the best way that you can learn how to do this is you gotta be realistic with the seller. Hey, you need to know that you're gonna sell it to me at 10K. Okay, are you gonna pay for the move? Are you gonna put it in and put it in my house? And you know your wood house. Again, it might crumble in the middle of the shift of the moving. I gotta reinforce it. I'm not gonna do the work for the reinforcement. You gotta do the work, or you gotta give me a discount. I always push it. You know what? Maybe it'll be better for you to sell it to your neighbor down the street that only pays 1K to move it. No, they can't. I literally given so many options: list it, fix it, keep it, sell it to a neighbor, sell it to a relative. I don't want it. I want them to know that I'm the last resort because I don't want that deal. Because I'm that deal, I'm gonna get it for free. So again, it's just a matter of talking and being able to say the right words. Because sometimes we try to fix our what's it called, the way we talk to a seller after we're no longer with the seller. So that's why I love the Justin and Cloud Diamond, because I'm able to tell them that in front of them or on the call. Well, you can always keep it. Well, you can always keep it. Yeah, rent it, list it, fix it, sell it yourself. Are you gonna pay for the move? They're like, oh no, exactly. Call me when I can. If you can't do that, then call me and I can get out of your lot for free, and I'll clean it out. And I made 2K, 3K out of those little deals, which are no longer little, because again, if I can consistently do those. If I can do 5 of those a month, again, that's 100K a year. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good. Yep, you're in. No problem.
Perfect. So again, it's just a matter of knowing how to work the deal, guys, and knowing how to say the words that you need to say when you're in front of the seller. You can't go back. Oh, by the way, can I ask you this? No, it's too late. It's too late. So yeah, guys, those are the deals that I'm working on. Those again, I'm still working the pre-foreclosures. I'm working my leads. I need to get a new VA, or see if I'm gonna continue with that VA. Maybe pay for a higher cost of a VA, but more trustworthy, that can generate the same performance or higher than the lady that was giving me the performance right now. That'll be my KPI. So my KPIs will be for 3 months with this VA. I got 3 deals, so again, the KPIs are there. I paid her close to $1,800, and I made probably like 16K, 17K on those little deals. So the numbers are there.
Hey, Arturo.
Go ahead, brother.
No, I just want to add something there, because I was listening something on Clubhouse the other day, and they were talking about getting quality people VAs from Canada. So I don't know if it might be worth it for you, since you're going to explore that arena at a higher rate. Maybe go to Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the things that I do need is a bilingual, because my area is probably like 80% Spanish.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Spanish. Not everybody knows English. So I need a VA. That this lady that I love, she's from Honduras, the one that I have right now. So she knows English and Spanish the right way. So that's why I liked her, and that's why I think that's why she was performing so good, because she can relate to the seller. And again, part of the best way to be successful is the connection that you do. If you can relate to somebody, hey, they can, yeah, you know what, I like you.
You know, before you kick this gal out the door, it might be worthwhile sitting down and having a heart-to-heart chat with her on the phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing next, talking to her, see what happened. Because again, there's always 2 sides of the story. That guy didn't want to go into details of what happened. But again, I have a good experience with her. He has a bad experience with her. Again, there is a red flag where she's changed her Facebook to a newer Facebook. So again, I don't know. But again, there's a movie that says, "Hey, life's a risk, carnal. Life's a risk, brother."
You never know about Facebook. I'm still in jail, so
Did you get that?
Yeah, I haven't, I saw it. I haven't got a chance yet, brother. I'm gonna do it tonight.
Make sure that you use you see the guideline first on how to use it.
We'll do.
Um, so yeah, Mag's having an issue with it. I don't know. I think Mag was a bad guy before he met me because Facebook does not like Mag. He keeps on blocking and blocking and blocking him. Uh, and
And
that's not
we try everything, man. I got VPNs here. Arturo did cognito mode. We did a couple of things. We changed emails, everything.
What are
remember.
they blocking you from? Just getting on altogether?
Let's not talk about Facebook because Facebook hears everything, guys, and I don't want to get blocked. I don't want to get canceled. Uh, yeah, so we'll get it. We'll put it in the chat. Uh, but yeah, we'll get it resolved. For some reason, his Facebooks were because he never had a Facebook. They were getting violated and they were getting removed.
Use a virtual
So,
machine.
we found a way. Hopefully, it works. If it works, I'll tell you guys quickly on the next call or next. Hopefully, because I think it takes a week to season it. I don't want to say what's gonna get seasoned, but it takes a week to open it, let it season, and start working with it. So hopefully it works. I'll show you guys again. There's always multiple ways for there's multiple solutions for every problem. Again, Mac had that issue. We were able to see. I got older things, and then now I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully this one works, and if not, we'll see what happens next. But yeah, again, just pushing through it, not quitting. Again, being consistent. And the main thing that I always again preach, and the reason why I preach so much because I doubled my business last year, and it looks like I'm gonna triple my business this year. Being able to talk to the seller the right way. That's the best thing that you can do. You gotta be able to give the seller the right conversation. You can have the multiple leads, but if you cannot conversate right, then you're just literally throwing those away. And my business grew last year twice, and it looks like it's now triple this year from when I first met Justin. Because I was more or less aggressive, but I wasn't aggressive in the way that made me money to the level that it's making me money today. So again, I preach because I'm a proven he proved the concept with me that being able to say the right words, being able to talk to the seller the right way can make you more money than just being aggressive. So yeah, that's my sandbox moment.
You may have to use a virtual machine to make a new Facebook account and then use a fresh Google Voice number.
Oh, we did that already. For some reason,
virtual machine?
Facebook doesn't like Mag. We'll see. But yeah, Mark, Jemiah, definitely do that. What I was telling you earlier about how you structure your system, because I need help with structuring a system that can. I know what to follow up because I have Podio, but I know there's some, again, it's a boat and it's leaking a little bit of water. I need to be able to put those leaks out.
There's so many different CRMs out there.
It's crazy.
And everybody's got the best program today, and it includes all this and all that. A lot of the situations I run into with the CRMs are that they're trying to merge other systems together. They're not writing them from scratch. And when they merge them all together, it's just several more steps you have to do. So it's difficult. I think we should have a meeting of just the CRMs, a battle of the CRMs one night or one day.
I agree with that.
You know, because there's so many out there that offer so many great things, but they're just missing some other stuff. I don't want to connect more shit. I just want to keep it simple, like you're saying. And it's just, I haven't found a way around that yet.
That's why I like my Podio, because it's simple. My Podio is simple. Leads, deals, that's it. I don't have anything in there that's complex. And sometimes I know it's human error. It's our fault that maybe we need to change ourselves to be able to be more accountable. So it's both the CRM and part me. I don't want a complex CRM like Steve says. I don't want to connect anything. Again, my business is not a what's it called, a multi-million-dollar a year business, but it's making me money the way it is, and it gives me the freedom to be able to do what I want. I come from big business. I know what that business requires of me, time, consumption, and everything. I don't want that. I just want a CRM that can still make me the money that I'm making, maybe a little bit more, but being easy to be able to use and be able either to hand it out to somebody else or they can do it themselves.
I like connecting a couple of things, automating a couple of things that it's like tedious jobs. Like if you know Zapier does that. Let's say if you have a lead coming in through an Excel sheet that your VA is putting, you can add that to go straight. You can connect the Zapier into it, and then it goes straight to your CRM instead of like copying and pasting, all the time.
Yeah, I get you. And yeah, again, that for me, just again, I understand the concept, but it went over my head as far as because I've used Zapier before, and I know what it does, but for me, I need somebody just to do it, and I don't want to mess with that because I know I can do it, but again, if I only have this cup of water of energy during the day, I don't want to waste it in things that don't make me the money. I want to be able to make him in the most profitable things that I gotta do, talking to sellers, negotiating a contract, talking to investors that want to buy my deals. Again, I don't want to mess with because I messed with it before. I don't want to mess with that because now I figured out that
It's easy actually to import data into Podio from PropStream. You just export the leads from PropStream and then import it into Podio. It's very nice. You can map it all out and everything is lined up.
yeah, like I told Mike, I don't have PropStream. I know it's a good service. I've again for me like everybody knows me, I'm frugal. Uh, One of the things that I learned is I learned how to mind my business, mind my business and my network in my area, so that I know what props. I know basically what PropStream gives you is basically the access to areas, but I know if you can go to the hole to get water instead of getting the water from the convenience store. Again, I think it's more valuable to know how to use it, know how to get the information straight from the horse's mouth, and be able to get it to it from a third party. That
Well, you
again,
can get
that
all the info free from your county, recorder's website. If you're just
yeah.
working one small area, you might not need it, but
And again, like I tell everybody, if you make 3 or 4 deals a month, average 10K, again, that's you're making 40, 50K a month. You know what I mean? People want again, and this is the illusion that we had when I was coming into the business. Oh, I gotta have all these leads, and I gotta have all those leads, and I have all those leads. No, I gotta have 3 to 5 deals that close every month. Again, get niche leads, have good conversation, and then just close 3 to 5 deals a month. That's it. Because sometimes they sell you, oh, you gotta have all this 10,000 leads and 40,000 leads, and you gotta get this leads and this. You need to look at the deals. Yeah, I need to get 5 deals contracted and closed on a month. That's for me. That's what helped me. And saying maybe I don't need 100,000 leads. Maybe I just need 100. And from those 100, I need to get 5 deals. That's 5%. You see, I don't need 10,000 deals, 10,000 leads. I need 100 leads that work, good hit. I know the pain points they have, and just give them good conversation when I call them, and then follow up. So again, it's an illusion that we need a lot of leads and a lot of this and a lot. Not really. You need deals. You need deals that close. So you don't need that many again, unless you want to make again. Maybe down the road, maybe next year I want to make $1 million a month. Then I definitely need 100K in what's it called 100K in leads, so I can close 100 deals a month. But again, to close $1 million what's it called a month, you need a big team. I come from big teams. I used to manage a big team. I don't want that. It's a headache. It's a headache.
Stay small and keep it all.
Yep. Again, all I do is make some deals, 5 to 6 deals a month. Maybe get five or six properties a year for myself for my portfolio. Again, that cash flows me on a monthly basis. Again, I have a pretty good life. I'm teaching my nephew and my niece how to do stock trading. Again, I'm buying them the course. I'm investing in them. I'm keeping 25% of everything. Teaching them how to make money. They're young. Again, they're not really into the real estate because they know how to do real estate. But again, stock trading, they're good with math. Hey, I'm investing 1K in them. That's another revenue stream. I don't want to have again, it's never been my plan because I come from big business. Never been a plan for me to go back to big business. And this, I heard one time, I don't know if you guys follow Tony Robbins. He says, well, I want to make $20 million a year. Like for what? Well, I want to have a jet. Okay. Well, why would you want to have a jet? I want to travel. Well, how many times a year do you want to travel? 5 years, 5 times. So you want to buy a $20 million jet to have it sitting down 8 months out of the year? Because that you can rent a jet for 20K, right? And it can take you to here and here. So you don't need the $20 million. See, oh, that kind of open mind. Like, yeah, if I want to get a nice resort in Italy, 20K, give me 2 weeks in a nice resort in Italy. I don't need to buy the resort. I don't need to buy the condo. I can just rent it. So that kind of opened my mind. Yeah, I want to have money. I don't want to have to buy something. Like here in this business that we buy things cheap, houses, cars, etc. Why would you pay retail for something? Why would you not do creative? Instead of owning that house, let me just own it for a month. And when I want to go back, I own it for another month. That's the creative part that I implemented in my life. If I want to have a nice car, I have these cars that I had them for almost 10 years. I haven't bought any new cars. I bought these cars when I was a lender, trying to keep up with the Joneses and et cetera and et cetera. Again, new cars, make money. And then once you start being your business owner, like, well, I don't really need that. If I want to get a Ferrari, yeah, that's my next goal. That's just a personal goal that I want to have myself. Uh, but if I want to get a Ferrari, I can rent it in Vegas for a week. Get that little itch out of your system, then go back to business. So one of the things that I've learned is that if I want to do this, if you can't have a great life with 20, 30K a month, then you're never gonna have a great life with no amount of money. Sorry guys, another soapbox moment.
You're
Yeah.
talking about sharing an asset, certain short periods of time.
Yeah.
It's like time sharing. I do that with jets. So when I fly, sometimes, anyways, overseas. So, but that's another company. But timeshare, you make a lot of money with doing. If you're the subscriptor and you put that deal together, timeshare is making big money. But you pay for what you need when you want it. So
Again, another thing that I've had, again, talking about accountability. Last year, I paid this guy that I know, that is a vetted guy. I paid him 5K for 6 months of SEO. Unfortunately, it's 2 months into it, no calls, no emails, no nothing. No, not a single call from that SEO expert, right? And I sent him a message, hey, I want a refund. Because again, it's not performing the way it needs to perform. Again, and then he was telling me that he paid for that. Oh, by the way, but you keep the website. I didn't pay for the website. I can have somebody from Fiverr build me a website for $10. I don't need a website. I paid for your experience and I paid for your results. So that's one of the things that I told him. He's a top guy. Hey, and I don't mind blasting people. I sent him a message directly. You need to get this resolved because I have not gotten any single lead from this SEO expert. So again, but you take the risk. I pay 5K for the service. I have had no return in the last 60 some days. Not a single call. Yeah, the website's nice, but again, who cares if it's a nice website if I don't get any conversions, if I don't get nothing. So that's what I told him. And guess what? And that's why I like to pay with PayPal, because PayPal protects us, the consumer. If it comes to shit next month, I don't get anything. I already gave you an advice. I want a refund. No refund. Then I go to PayPal. Hey, I want to request a refund. They'll put it on pause and they'll get with the seller. They'll get with the service provider. And that's why the conversation that is there. I didn't pay for a website. I paid for the results. And I told him, it's a real estate business. We pay for results. We don't pay for fancy things. I don't pay for an LLC. I pay for the LLC to protect me when I'm getting sued. So again, that's what I told him. So again, that's 5K that I spent last year. At the end of the year, hasn't resolved again. And like I was telling you guys, sometimes things don't turn out for the best. But again, you gotta take a risk. There's value in the SEO, but if it doesn't work, again, I didn't pay for the website. The website's fucking $10. I paid for the conversion. So again, a little not everything is beautiful on this side. That's what happened to me so far. I haven't had any deals. So again, SEO, I know SEO works. But again, it happens. We're here right now. Again, hopefully next month start getting more deals or getting at least a call from that service. But so far, no deals from it. 0 deals. But again, you gotta take a risk though. You gotta take a risk, and that's why I pushed it on somebody else. You know what? You do the SEO. You do this because I want you to put your expertise in doing it. So yeah, guys. Any deals that you guys want to talk about? Any conversations that you have with the sellers that you might messed up, or you want to have me critique or have anybody else in the group critique as far as what you should have done, etc.
No, man, I just got. I mean, being that you're South Texas too, I've got a deal that I'm trying to unload in Mejia. I didn't even know where the hell that place was until I got this under assignment, and I can't find anybody for the life of me, man. I've reached out to even like Corsicana, all the surrounding little towns. That's on my cash buyers list, and nothing's popping. And there's only like 8 real estate agents in that town that I've also reached out to, and it's priced right. I mean, it's like 70% ARV, but it's such a small town. So, you have any input on something like that? I'm trying to load something in a small town, Texas.
What's this? What's the city called?
Mejia.
Okay. So when it doesn't sell, you have cash buyers. Again, remember, anything will sell at the right price. If you tell me that I can buy a house for $1, I'll pay you $1. I don't care. There's nobody there. So again, it's going to be a price issue. It's not priced correctly, because any investor that's a real investor that sees value, that house can rent for $700. If I buy it for $1, shit, that's a deal. I don't care if there's nobody there. So then you go back to the seller. Hey, Mr. Seller, it sounds like there's an issue with this, et cetera, or the situation changed. Again, I need a price reduction, or I need to cancel the contract, or I need terms. What could that property rent for?
Oh shoot, Mejia, man, I don't know. One of the realtor tells me that there's only a couple of rentals in the houses, and I saw one going for 1,000, and it was the same thing. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath, and it was for 1,000, yeah. And it wasn't like fixed up or anything either. It was just kind of like a just a straight up old place. But this place does need some work, and probably about 25K in that range. And so it's on a JV deal, and I've told the guys, like, you may need to go back and negotiate that with them, because I do have 2 guys that want to get it under a terms on owner finance, but they're not going to want to go. We've got it under or he's got under assignment for 80, but I'm trying to see if I can get like at least 82.5 out of it. And I told him, I was like, it's not really, I've got people going to look at it. They're not really getting feedback. So
yeah, that 80K one might be too high, because people are buying good deals at 80 in San Antonio.
Right.
Yeah, I think 80 for a small business, unless it's a beautiful house, move-in ready with brick and nice ranch style, maybe 80K will lure the eyes for an investor to buy there. But again, 80K for a small town, no matter if it's the most beautiful house, it's not a deal. Like, right. Just being honest, it's not a deal.
Right.
You're telling me that I'm gonna park 80K on a nice house where nobody lives? No, I'm not.
Yeah, I told him he's got to at least try to get it down to like 60, 56 would be best, but 60 would be better. That'd be max. Huh?
The guy try to list it for the owner?
He's got the owner. I don't know what the contracted assignment price is with the wholesaler, but I know he's got it on the sale. The net price is 80. Was what he told me, and I told him, I was like, and I even told him right off, I was like, I don't mind trying to see what I can do with it, but I'm going to tell you, like, this may need to go like down 15, possibly $20,000 if you want to see this thing move. And so I was going to give him a call later on this afternoon, because I've already had 2 people, like 2 different realtors go by And one of them called me. She's like, yeah, I've got one guy who says he would like to do the flip on this or tear it down and build something else, but he said it's a little bit pricey. And I said, well, what price is he looking for? And then she's like, nah, I don't, it's just got to be a better deal. And I said, what's a better deal? And she's like, well, if we can knock it down like 12,000. I'm like, all right, so I told him that, and he's got a hard close date of Friday. I was like, look, tell the seller, or if you want me to talk to the seller, I can close that. You just need to let me talk to them, or you tell them, hey, there's a close, we've got a buyer. If it's 12,000, less on that price that we agreed upon, we can close it and take this, alleviate everything off your plate, and we can do this by Friday. Do you want to do that, or maybe not? And I don't, he's like, okay, I'll talk to the seller. So we're trying to work that out. I'm trying to see if I can talk to him, because I know I can make it happen. But, and that's what I'm working on.
It's again, good job with getting the realtors to give you a price of more or less what her buyer or his buyer will buy it at. Again, a lot of people are getting what's called into the business that they don't know the numbers. Again, they're unfortunately, they know how to talk to sellers to negotiate a price that they think that works, but when it's based in the market, it doesn't work. When it's
right
to the buyers, to the investor buyers, it doesn't work. And that's a disservice, because again, just because you know how to run doesn't mean you're gonna run a what's called a marathon. You're gonna mess up just because you ran for one day. So like on your behalf, there is this guy called Corey Thompson. I don't know if you know him. He's on Facebook. He's on my Facebook friends list. I think he buys rural areas, like areas that nobody buys at. Most likely he buys for either a rental, most likely a rental. Yeah, he buys for rentals in those areas. Again, so he might be something that you might want to target. But again, if realtors went by there and they already saw there's no deal, again, they even ask you for a reduction. And it's literally, I think it's overpriced for a rural area where there's nobody there. I'm thinking you should be around 40, 50.
Right.
To make something work. And yeah, I always say it again, if you had money in your pocket, you had 100K, where would you put your money? You're gonna put your money where it flips right away, or when it's nobody there. Maybe it's like a nice, beautiful house, and there's no houses within 700 miles. You really, as an investment, would you buy there? No. It's
right.
Because you will never get your money back. So that's what happens to those, unless it's at the right price that I'm willing to maybe put their 20K and sit on it for 3-4 years.
Right. Well, there was a realtor that when I had talked to him on one of the initial calls, she had told me that the seller had reached out to her initially to list it, and then she said that, yeah, my approximation was right on that. I was going to list it for about 83. So that's what she had told me. But I was like, man, that doesn't seem right. And then when another realtor said that they were interested, but it's got to be like, knocked down about 12K or so, I was like, yeah, that doesn't seem like it's priced right. I got to get that down lower. So I'll hopefully I'll get with that wholesaler and see what he can do, or if he can let me talk to the seller, and I can get it moved. Hopefully.
Reach out to Corey Thompson from my Facebook friends. I think it's one of my friends. He's from
okay.
He has what's his name? From Groesbeck, Texas, I think. Groesbeck, Texas. He might be
okay. I'll definitely reach out to him, man.
If it works out or not, the deal. He'll tell you, because he buys those areas where nobody buys. Because he uses rental. I think he bought a town last time. He bought like 10 houses in a town for like 10K each house.
Oh, damn.
I'm telling you, he buys things that nobody buys, and he finds a way to make money. And that's his niche. So yeah, maybe reach out to him. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
again,
I'll reach out to him.
It's not because there's no buyers; it's because you don't have the right price. That's the easiest way to put it.
Right.
It's because it's you don't have buyers because it's not the right price. Anything at the right price will sell. If you tell me I can buy a house for 10K, shit, I'll buy a land for 10K. So yeah, guys.
Right.
Any other questions?
Thanks, man.
Likewise, Nick. Hey, Bernard, did you get your rental ready and locked up and ready to go?
Yep, got the $5,000 check today.
There you go, my brother. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
So again, that's
Got it.
another thing. There's money out there, guys. You just gotta do the work, be consistent, be able to talk to the seller the right way, and then you're set.
Yeah.
Don't make
I
it
got to
happen.
go to a guy. He has 3 properties. He want to sell all 3 properties. I got to go meet with him today.
There you go. There you go. You see again.
And I had a one-on-one call with Justin about a week ago, and he asked me to. He suggested that I go in different markets. So after I get off this, after I get off this call today, I have like 4 calls in Kentucky.
There you go. There you go, man. It's good. You're showing your persona over the phone. If you know what you're talking about, if you know who to talk the right way, you're confident in the phone, and there's no way you cannot make deals. You just gotta be able to do the work.
I also have a blunder. I got a house under contract in Camden, New Jersey, and it's overpriced. So I gotta go back and have that conversation to see if I can get it down.
Yeah. Again, how overpriced do you have it?
I think at least $10,000, man.
Oh, that's nothing. How do you handle your price reduction?
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna have a conversation with him, tell him, look, I really can't buy this property at this price.
So
And
the way that I would tell him again, you know what? Hey, Mr. X, I know I was priced at how much is the contract for, more or less?
50,000.
Oh, so you're taking a lot of taking 20% off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but the house next door sold for 65, and it was part of like a 10 package deal. That particular house is right. I mean, right, they are attached.
Yeah.
So that house is listed as selling for 65,000.
So
But it's in a package.
Perfect. One of the things that I learned, I think from John Martinez, and he says, you know what, Mr. X, I know I was gonna buy it at 50 again. Did you have a walkthrough already with like an inspector or somebody that you know, another person in there?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay, perfect. You know what, hey, you know what, Mr. X, I know we're at 50, unfortunately. Again, based on what my person find out, I cannot be at 50. Again, I'm probably like 20K over what I can do. And again, I apologize for wasting your time, but again, the best resolution, again, is probably just to cancel the contract. I know you want to give me a reduction, and it's perfectly understandable. I was going to be at 50. But yeah, I apologize. And then wait for him to tell you what he says.
Okay.
I mean, back out. You know what? I know I was going to be at 50. Based on what I learned, again, I got to be at least 20, 30K below what I was telling you. And I know you don't want to give me a reduction. And it's perfectly understandable. I don't demand a reduction for you. But I probably on this deal, I probably will have to walk away, and then pause, and then sit, just shut up and just wait for him to respond.
Okay.
And maybe he gives you 15K.
Okay.
So again, that's how John Martinez handles the reduction, saying, you know what, I'll probably have to cancel the contract. Again, I probably on this deal I had to be between probably 20 to 30 based on what you was telling me, and I know you don't want to give me a reduction, and it's perfectly understandable. Again, you're stabbing yourself for doing a bad thing, because you told this guy you were gonna buy it at 50. He already wasted the money that you were gonna pay him. Now you say you can buy it at 50. Now you gotta be at 20, 30. And I know, Mr. X, I know you can do that, and it's perfectly understandable. I will feel the same way, and I apologize. I feel bad right now for you, for my company, because unfortunately this happened. Again, I overestimated the value of the property, and it's happened. Now I gotta face my boss and tell him that we can't do this deal because I did a bad job on it. So now you're feeling guilty. Now he ain't gonna shit on you because you're already feeling guilty. But telling him that, he might, you know what? Well, what can you do? Or you want it to be a 20, 30? Can you do 40? You know what? I think if it works, we might be able to do 35. But again, I gotta get my boss on a call and see if it works.
Mhm.
But you step away. That's the way I negotiate the reduction. So that again, use those tips. It might help you a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm
Definitely,
gonna
brother.
try that Monday or Tuesday.
There you go, my friend. Any other questions, guys?
If Vernon steps away from the contract, what type of liquidated damages would the seller recoup?
Are you within your back away term period, Vernon? So most contracts, Alan, they have like usually like a 15 to 20-day inspection period where you can back away from the deal. And again, most contracts, like the contract you have, make sure that the only liquidated damages when you back out of the deal is your earnest deposit, which is your $10, your $100. I usually do $10 just for consideration. But when you're within your 20 days, it's again you back away for free. There's no damages to be liquidated. Worst case scenario, if he wants to report yourself, the contract says that the $20 consideration, the $10 consideration, it'll be your max liquidated damages from the seller to the buyer.
So the longer inspection, then that's a bigger buffer for you to.
Yeah. And put business days.
Okay.
Business days on there. Why? Because business days Monday to Friday, not Saturday and Sunday. So if you put 15 business days, that's 21 days instead of 15.
Oh, nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, my guys. Any other questions? Being here an hour already. Any other questions? Any suggestions? Anything you guys want to learn about before we go? No. Perfect, guys. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Have a great Friday and a Saturday and Sunday. Great weekend. Again, Steve's gonna have his guy that does the options on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm definitely gonna be there because he says he doesn't throw away any leads, and I liked it how he explained to us, how Steve explained to us last Monday. So again, I'll be there. But overall, again, let's make some money, guys. Again, don't pass one day without trying to be closer to the pocket. Like Mark said, you gotta be doing the things that are gonna get you closer to making that money. Don't do the things that don't make you any money as far as ROIs. So let's have a successful weekend, guys, and see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Arturo.
Be safe, guys.
Take care,
Thanks,
man.
Arturo.
Thank you.
Okay.